Alright, today we're going to be learning about multiplying a polynomial by a monomial. So we should be in section 9.4 on page 390 in your books. 9.4, page 390. In example 1, I'm given 5n times 2n minus 3. Now, a concept that you need to remember for this lesson is the distributive property. Okay, the distributive property. You're going to be using it to solve all of the problems in this section. So the distributive property, just as a refresher, is taking an outside term and multiplying it by every term within the parentheses. And I do that because I cannot simplify what's already in the parentheses, 2n minus 3. They're not like terms. So because of that, I need to multiply first everything from the outside, 5n, times every term within the parentheses. So 5 times 2 is 10. And remember, when I multiply variables, I am adding the exponents. Now when you divide, you're subtracting them. But when you multiply, you're adding them. So this would be 10n squared because I have my understood ones as exponents, minus 15n. Do not forget to pay attention to those signs within the parentheses. And then that would be your answer. All right, in the second one, I have negative 6k times negative k squared plus 2k plus 5. Again, I need to pay very close attention to the signs. Because I do not have like terms within the parentheses, I need to do distributive property, and you will be on every one of these. I need to do distributive property and multiply negative 6 times negative k squared, negative 6k times 2k, and negative 6k times 5. Now remember to pay attention to those signs. So negative 6k times negative k squared would be positive 6k to the third. Remember, there's an invisible 1 here as my exponent, so 1 plus 2 is 3. Minus 6k squared minus 30k. And that would be my answer. All right, now in example 2, they're using algebra blocks. We're not going to do that, but I do want to go ahead and work this. Again, similar concept, 2x times x minus 2. Okay, multiply everything in parentheses, and you end up with 2x squared minus 4. All right, now for example 3, I have 4 times x squared plus xy minus 3 times x squared minus xy. All right, now the first thing I want to do is do distributive property. So 4 times x squared is 4x squared. You don't have to draw the arrows on your homework. I'm just showing distributive. Plus 4xy minus 3x squared. Don't forget your signs. That's a negative 3. And negative 3 times negative xy is a positive 3xy. Now you can combine like terms. Okay, you're not done yet. You can combine the 4x squared minus 3x squared to just get x squared, and the 4xy plus 3xy is 7xy, and that would be your final answer. All right, on section B, on example B, you have 7m times 2m minus 4 plus 2m times 2m minus 4. All right, again, we use distributive property to multiply this out. 7m times 2m is 14m squared minus 28m plus 4m squared minus 8m. Combine like terms. 14m squared plus 4m squared is 18m squared. Negative 28m minus 8 is negative 36m. And that would be your final answer. All right, last but not least, example 4. Oh, don't have it. Okay, let's back up. And we will cross this out. And we will say example 4. In example 4, it says that you're renting a 4-wheel drive at $43 a day, plus 8 cents a mile. The cost, which is going to be represented as C, is expressed by the formula C equals 43 plus 0.08 M, and M would stand for miles. Wilderness Camp rented a fleet of a certain number of vehicles for 1 day. Write a formula for the total cost of renting all of the vehicles. All right, well, total cost we can represent with a TC. What is the total cost? The total cost is the number of vehicles times the cost per day plus how much it is per mile. Alright, so the simplified answer would be TC equals 43V plus 0.08 MV. And that's all that you can do because you don't know how many vehicles and you don't know how many miles. But that would be the formula that you would use to find out your total cost. And if you understand that, that's everything you need to know for 9.4.